you so much for your time. I really
No
appreciate it.
problem.
Yeah, so let me introduce about our event because
Right.
we've been working with different countries, also supporting governments, as you know. And we started our series with different guests. And I think
Yeah.
there is so much for people to know more about Africa.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Renata Thibault. I am the COO of Green Proposition and a professor at Gisma University of Applied Science. Today, I have a very special guest with me, Mr. Oliver Kingston. Hello, Oliver.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Renata.
So thank you so much for making the time to chat with us today. It's a pleasure to talk to you once more. We've known each other, I think, for a few years now.
Yes, indeed.
Right. So before I start, I would like to ask you to introduce a little bit more about the work that you do at the embassy. You are currently the charge d'affaires of the Embassy of Malawi in China, right? And I do remember that you do have a very strong background in China. You also did your studies there. So can you please brief me and share with us a little bit about your career path?
All right. Thank you so much. First of all, let me thank you, Dr. Renata, for having me today in this very special, important program. But maybe before I introduce myself, maybe I can introduce about Malawi first. Then
Amazing.
maybe I'll come to introduce about myself and also my career.
All right.
Malawi is a landlocked country in southeast, shares borders with the following countries. We have Tanzania to the northeast, Mozambique to the east, south and the southwest, and Zambia to the west and northwest. The economy of Malawi is predominantly agriculture based, with almost 80% of its population engaged in subsistence farming. The agriculture sector accounts for about 30% of the country's GDP.
Mm-hmm.
The agriculture industry in Malawi incorporates crop farming, livestock production, agro-processing, fisheries, aquaculture, horticulture production, and the honey production. It significantly contributes to about 85% of our national export earnings and 32% of economic growth, poverty reduction, and food and nutrition security. Apart from the agriculture sector, tourism, mining, transport, manufacturing, financial and professional services, water and energy transport, construction, infrastructure, and the ICT, which is yours, also
Yes.
form the main industries of Malawi's economy. That's more about Malawi, just in brief. Now let me introduce about myself. As you have rightly said, I'm the not charged affairs as of now, because now we have the ambassador in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the deputy ambassador of Malawi. But before I resumed this job, I studied here in China. I was doing my public management in Taiwan, Chinese Cultural University.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, from 2003 to 2009. And I also studied at the Xiamen University.
Yeah, man.
So
Okay.
when Xiamen University, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
beautiful university in China.
Yes. It's a very
Yeah, so
important university there.
yeah, very, very important university, yes. Yeah, so when I graduated, I went back to Malawi, where I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And my first posting, it was, I think, it was in 2012, where I was posted to China as a diplomat now. And my first post, I think, I was the first secretary in charge of tourism development.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed in China, I think, from is it 2012 to 2016, where I was posted back to Malawi. Then from there, they sent me back again considering that I have been in China. You know, I know the language, I
Yeah,
know
the
the
language,
culture.
the knowledge,
Yes,
it's very
yes,
important.
yes, everything. Yeah, so they sent me back again to China, whereby now I'm the deputy ambassador. So that time I was just acting at the Shajed affairs because our ambassador was not in. He was not yet in
Okay.
China. So I was the caretaker. But apart from that, also I'm the consul general. We have our consulate in Hunan in Changsha in China also. So I'm the one in charge for that consulate. But apart from that, I'm the deputy ambassador and also the consul general. Thank you so much for that.
All right. Well, thanks for briefing me and our audience about your background. And I really believe that it is very important, especially for many countries that want to build more relations about China, to have this China knowledge, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
China is a very important player right now in economic
Yeah.
affairs, being that in
Indeed.
trade now. I believe that China is playing a very important role, to develop furthermore the tourism in Malawi, right? So can you
Yes.
brief a little bit about how the country is trying to boost the tourism?
Well, maybe not just in tourism, but maybe I can brief you like the opportunity that we have in Malawi, including the tourism sector. You know, Malawi is a unique destination for local and the foreign investors. The country offers abundant investment opportunities in the following sectors. We have agriculture, tourism, mining, transport, water manufacturing, construction, healthcare services, finance, infrastructure, education, skill development, and ICT. The priority investment projects in Malawi include the following. Maybe I'll just analyze them, then maybe you can comment. Yeah, we have like a agriculture sector, value addition, processing, farm machinery, export of agricultural products, irrigation equipment, infrastructure development, technology development, aquaponics, and bamboo plantation, honey production, and mushroom growing. We have also fisheries and aquaculture investment projects, includes large-scale commercial fish farming, cage fish farming, commercial pond fish farming, cold looms, and fish transport infrastructure, fish processing facilities, fish feed production, and fingerlings multiplication. And we have also mega farm, seed production, corn starch, commercial dairy production, and spinning of cotton linked into yarn projects. On tourism, Malawi has identified 10 key national tourism investment priority projects that could be of interest to potential investors in Malawi tourism sector. These projects includes, we have the transit facility from the Songwe border, which is a border to Tanzania. So we want to create a facility, a transit facility at Songwe border post. We have also the new mid-market resort at Livingstonia, activity center at the Likoma Island. We have an island, we have a very beautiful lake, which we call Lake Malawi. So Livingstonia Island is part of the Lake Malawi. We have also integrated waterfront development. We have Nkatabe Kota Tourism Resort and Houseboat Harbor, Lilongwe River Boardwalk, integrated resort at Golden Sands at the Cape Macri, which is also part of the Lake Malawi. Integrated cable resort at Mount Mulanje. We have a very beautiful mountain in Malawi. It's called Mount Mulanje. I think it's number 7, the tallest mountain in Africa.
In Africa.
We have in Africa, yes. We have Shire River waterfront project also. We have also renewable energy projects, which maybe I can also introduce some of them.
Yeah, I think this is a very important sector, right? I would like to hear more about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Energy is vital for any sector of economy to operate, whether it is agriculture, manufacturing, and mining. The most used energy sources in Malawi includes hydroelectricity, fossil fuels, and biomass. To meet the growing demand for the energy for household and industrial use, the government of Malawi is inviting local and foreign investors to invest in the following areas. We have hydroelectric power, solar energy, biogas, and renewable power generation, hydro generation, wind energy, oil pipeline facilities, thermal power plant, biomass stoves, and the transmission and the distribution. I don't know whether I can continue. I have a lot on my on my
Yeah,
desk.
I would like to know more specifically in this sector. How
All right.
can the Malawi government help foreign investors to enter the market?
Well, we have our incentives that we have put in place, but maybe I'll come to that maybe towards the end of this program,
All
so
right.
that maybe I can just finalize everything on the, maybe if I can just continue on the opportunities that we have in Malawi.
Mhm.
We have also mining investment opportunities. Now Malawi have a lot of mines going on, and a lot of resources. So Malawi is naturally endowed with an abundance of exploited mineral resources. Potential investors can invest in mining bauxite, niobium, rutile. Malawi now is the biggest. We have the biggest mine of rutile. We have you know rutile, right?
Yes. Yes,
All
I
right.
check all the list of
Yes.
resources for mining that Malawi is investing,
All right.
bauxite and several other
Yes. We
minerals.
have
Mhm.
almost like yes, we have almost like all resources or minerals that the other neighboring countries have. So I will not go into details on that. But the other areas of investments includes also transportation and logistics, such as roads and ports, expanding and improving telecommunications, especially in rural areas, healthcare infrastructure. There may be opportunities for investment in healthcare infrastructure, including hospitals, clinics, medical services, education and skill development. Investing in training programs and education initiatives can contribute to skill development and human capital improvement. Water, ICT, and manufacturing, and
Mhm.
also establishment of special economic zones.
Yeah, it's just using the China model,
Mm.
right, of the
Yeah.
special economic zones for import, export, for innovation also. Yeah, I think another sector that also that you mentioned, and it's also my field, is ICT and innovation, right?
Mhm. Yes, yes. So the question that you asked me, that what government can do, we have a business landscape for Malawi. Malawi is generally one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. Maybe you know that,
Yes,
providing a
it's
very good
stable.
environment.
Mhm.
Yes, providing a very good environment for business growth. It is a political stable country with a friendly and warm-hearted people, Malawians. It has a competitive labor market, skilled and semi-skilled. The country also provides attractive investment tax incentives. Malawi is a member of several multilateral organizations and a signatory to several trade agreements, which includes the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, which has a 20-member countries, combined population of about 389 million. Products manufactured in Malawi qualify to be exported to member countries through the COMESA Free Trade Area Agreement.
Mhm.
We have also Southern Africa Development Community, SADC, which has 16 member countries with a combined population of 276 million. Products manufactured in Malawi are exported to the SADC region through the Intra-SADC Free Trade Area Agreement, FTA, the project that we discussed last time with you.
Yes.
Yeah, the new partnership for Africa development, also we have that one. The World Custom Organization, We have also the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA, which provides help for investors to protect their foreign direct investments against political and commercial risk in developing countries. We have International Center for the Settlement of Investment Disputes. We have GSP scheme of the EU's Everything But Arms EBA initiative. Under this agreement, products produced in Malawi are exported to the European countries. We have a privilege to trade benefits from the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA. Under this agreement, products produced in Malawi are exported to the United States of America. We have signed a trade multilateral agreement with the World Trade Organization, WTO, and the Cano agreement between EU and African, Caribbean, and the Pacific group of states. We have signed the bilateral trade agreements with Mozambique, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Portugal, Japan, and also, mainland China. We have signed the custom agreement with Botswana. Under this trade agreement, investors can export products produced in Malawi to Botswana at reduced rate or at duty-free. These are some of the issues that the government has put in place.
And since last year, I know that Malawi became a member of the Belt and Road Initiative, right?
Yes.
So what are the expectations regarding the Belt and Road and Malawi in terms of investment and mostly in infrastructure?
Well, as you have rightly said, we have signed an agreement with the Belt and Road Initiative. I think it was last year, though it was earlier on, but I think there was some misunderstanding and mistakes on the agreement. But now we have put it into place now. So I think this coming September there is the Road and Belt Initiative Forum. I think you know it, and our members from Malawi, from all different sectors, including Minister of Transport, they'll be coming to participate in this important forum. So we have arranged some MOUs, which we are going to sign with our counterparts during the meeting. Maybe what they details, I'll come later and brief you also. But only infrastructure development, like on a transportation sector, investing in roads, railways, ports, and airports is crucial for enhancing intercontinental trade. Like in telecommunications also, we are trying to expanding and upgrading telecommunication infrastructure to improve connectivity is also our priority. We are also trying to do the healthcare services, like health technology-driven healthcare solutions are emerging, including telemedicine and health information systems. Pharmaceuticals also, because it's part of also the Belt and Road Initiative, the program that we have, like the 9 programs, yes. So there's a potential for investments in pharmaceutical manufacturing and the healthcare infrastructure. We have also mining and minerals. Many African countries are rich in mineral resource and attracts many investors. Growing global demand for rare earth elements presents opportunity for the exploration and extraction. And I already touched on tourism. Africa, a diverse landscape and wildlife make it a prime destination for ecotourism. Investment in hotels, resorts, and related infrastructure supports the tourism sector. Thank you.
Yes, and it is amazing that now Malawi is part, like you listed, of many agreements and is also enhancing international cooperation with different countries. But one thing that you mentioned that I really think it's crucial to enhance is also cooperation between and among other African countries, right? So we do have right now the Free Trade Agreement, AFCFTA. And I shared with you actually recently, I have launched a report with the United Nations about opportunities. Yeah, about the opportunities in cross-border e-commerce between the African countries. And throughout the research, I have seen so many potential because of currently informal trade and also the growth of e-commerce in a region that is almost 15%, if I'm not mistaken, year on year.
Yes.
So how do you think that Malawi could benefit a little bit more from the free trade agreement?
Well, because as of now, not just Malawi, but maybe the whole Africa. We have like the innovation and entrepreneurship. So Africa, we are trying to fueling growth in Africa, I can say. Innovation and entrepreneurship have played a crucial role in fueling economic growth across Africa. Maybe below I can just mention how the innovation and entrepreneurship are driving growth in Africa. We have like a technology and digital innovation. Africa has witnessed a surge in fintech innovation with mobile payment solutions, digital banking, and the microfinance platforms addressing financial inclusion challenges. We have e-commerce, online marketing places, and e-commerce. Like, in China now, we are selling our products online, which, the whole world can buy now,
With Alibaba,
including China.
JD.
Yes, Alibaba and all those. So online marketing places and the e-commerce platforms are expanding, providing new avenue for business and trade. We have startup ecosystems, major cities across Africa, including like Nairobi, in Kenya, Lagos in Nigeria, and Cape Town in South Africa, have vibrant startup ecosystems fostering a culture of innovation and the entrepreneurship. We have also youth entrepreneurship, demographic advantages, and skill development. Africa has a youthful population, as you rightly know, and the entrepreneurial spirit among the youth is driving the creation of new business and ventures. Additionally, programs focusing on entrepreneurship education and skill development contributes to building a capable workforce. We have renewable energy and sustainable solution, off-grid energy solutions. In many African regions, lack of access to traditional power grids has led to innovations in off-grid renewable energy solutions, including solar power. We are also trying to create solar power. Yeah, we're also trying to create green technologies, like sustainable practices and green technologies are gaining attractions, addressing environmental challenges while creating economic opportunities. We have agribusiness innovation. Agricultural technology is transforming traditional farming practices, enhancing productivity, and contributing to food security. We have health tech and telemedicine. Like in China, they are well advanced in that also. We have telemedicine and the mobile health applications are improving access to health care services, especially in remote areas. We have now education technology, EdTech, the growth of e-learning, like the way we are doing right now online. We can learn online.
Yes.
We can,
now everything is done online, right? So
yes,
internet
everything is done online.
facilitates.
Yes. So the growth of e-learning platform is addressing challenges in traditional education system and providing accessible learning opportunities. We have also collaboration and networking, Pan-African collaboration. Just like last month, I think I was in Singapore. I was attending there was a forum there, like it's called is it Africa Singapore Business Forum. So we were doing a lot of networking and collaboration there during that forum. So Pan-African collaboration, collaborative efforts and networking within the across African countries contributes to a more connected and supportive ecosystem. And we have also global partnership. Africa startups and the entrepreneurs are increasingly engaging in partnerships with global organization, investors, and mentors. And finally, we have government initiatives and the policies. Some African countries are implementing policies and initiatives to support entrepreneurship, innovation hubs, and the growth of the digital economy.
And right now
Thank you,
it's
Doctor.
very important, especially for the youth, right?
Yeah.
To use internet. You do have new technologies coming up. You have, for example, ChatGPT, generative AI, that is really transforming many industries. So, how is the youth embracing these new technologies back in Malawi?
For our youth in Malawi, they are more advanced in technology, like compared to the past generations.
That's for
Because
sure.
now everybody has like the smartphones, they know a lot of apps, including Zoom and everything. So I think in Malawi now we are advancing and we are doing good in that sector. So
Yeah, it's very good that this in this new youngsters, they know how to use technology, and also for governments to put in place policies, to and training capacitation to train them to create more opportunities, but also to safeguard of the threats of these technologies, for example, cybersecurity, also
yes,
consumer
yeah.
protection. Yeah, so
Mm,
yeah, I've been into researching also with the United Nations on the same topic and AI governance in Africa.
mm,
And there are only a few countries that have implemented policies for AI. But not only in Africa, I think globally, we do know the potentialities of AI, all the good
yes,
things that AI can do. Let's say you mentioned the pharmaceutical, the medical industry, right? I think
yeah.
it can help humans, let's say, to advance a lot in these fields. But also, we do understand that there are threats like that. Are you aware of any talks, any conversation on AI policies at the African level, or maybe at Malawi also?
Well, yeah, I think our government, we are trying to bring in like investors in AI. We have put in place like we have companies that has shown interest in developing our AI. Companies from mainland China. We have companies from the European countries. We have also companies from Hong Kong. But for Africa as large, I think also Africa we are trying. All of us, like here in Beijing, we are trying also to implement that. Yeah, so I can comfortably say that we are trying to implement that.
Amazing. And yeah, because last time we talked at the Green Proposition, we are the partner of the two main internet companies in China, and they are very
Yes.
interested in expanding the business to Africa. For
Mhm.
example, to build the data centers. I think cloud computing is one of the fields that China, more specifically, is very interested um,
Yes.
in Africa. So, could you please elaborate a little bit more
A little bit more on what? Sorry for that.
on the opportunities in the ICT sector, cloud computing, for example, building data centers?
Oh, okay. All right. No, as I have, I just elaborated that just now. Maybe you didn't get it, but maybe let me just repeat again. I was saying that we have like renewable energy and sustainable solutions, like the off-grid solutions. We have green technologies. We have agri-business innovations. We have health tech and the telemedicine. We have education technology, EdTech. We have also the fintech technologies.
All
I don't
right.
know if it's that clear.
Yes, because
Mm,
especially this field, they are very crucial for economic development, right? And I think
Yes.
that right now we are, you know, Africa is moving away from exporting commodities only to really, you know, enter a new phase of high-tech products to start producing, also exporting and enhancing relations with other countries through
Yeah.
several different sectors, right? So I do agree with you. I think renewable energy is really uh, going to change the landscape of foreign affairs. I
Yeah.
really think there is a lot of opportunity there in this
Mm.
field. Technology for sure, innovation, like you mentioned. Another field that I really believe in is the medical pharmaceutical, right?
Yes. 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 Indeed, Doctor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it is very good that you mentioned all that because I was giving an interview for a magazine in Europe, I think a
Mm.
month ago, and they were asking me more about e-commerce opportunities, and they were not really aware of the growth of around 15%, also the
Mm.
opportunities. So I was trying to explain to European companies that they should go to Africa, and especially if they select some countries because of
Yes.
the location, like Malawi. I know Malawi, you
Mm.
know, has a very good location in the African
Yeah.
market. And
Mm.
that's why I invited you. And I have the pleasure of welcoming you to this program so we can disseminate more to especially business owners on opportunities in the African market, right?
Yes, indeed, indeed. Maybe I can just give like a recommendation for the companies to enter Malawi, Malawi
Please,
market.
please go ahead.
You know, entering a new market, including Malawi, is a strategic and complex process that involves careful planning, thorough research, effective execution, careful consideration of the local business environment, cultural nuances, and the regulatory landscape. Here are some recommendations for foreign companies looking to enter Malawi market and Africa market at large. Market research. The investors should conduct a thorough market research to understand the demand for your products or services in Malawi and in Africa. They should analyze the competitive landscape and identify potential partners or competitors. Local partnership is very important also in each and every
Yes.
country, just like here also in China and in Europe and in America. In Africa, in Malawi, so we consider that consider forming partnership with local businesses. This could involve distributors, agents, or maybe joint ventures. Regulatory compliance, understand and comply with the Malawi's regulatory requirements for foreign businesses. This includes obtaining the necessary permits and the licenses. Seek legal advice to ensure that your business operations align with local laws and the
Yeah.
regulations. We have also cultural sensitivities. You know, each and every country, we have different cultures. So
Mhm.
understanding and respecting local customs and traditions is a crucial for building trust with the local population. Adaptation of product services. Consider factors such as pricing, packaging, and branding that resonate with the local consumer base. Supply chain consideration, evaluate and optimize your supply chain for the Malawi market and African market. Consider factors such as transportation, logistics, and the distribution networks. Social responsibilities. Consider implementing socially responsible business practices.
Mhm.
Demonstrating a commitment to corporate social responsibility can enhance
Yeah.
your company reputation in the local market. Payment systems, understanding the local payment system and the preferences, invest in training programs for local staff, developing a skilled local workforce is not only beneficial for the business, but also contributes to the development of the human capital in the region. Infrastructure consideration, you should evaluate the infrastructure in the region where you plan to operate. Consider factors such as transportation, energy, and the telecommunications infrastructure, engagement with the stakeholders, engage with the local communities and the stakeholders, building positive relationships with the local community, government, and the other relevant entities is important for the long-term success. Professional advice, I always say that when you're in Africa or everywhere, like in China such, seeking advice from the local business consultants, legal experts, and the industry professionals is paramount. Thank you so much, Dr. Renata.
My pleasure. And also, I would like to add to your list that businesses, they should also contact the embassy. They should also seek help from the consulate, right?
From the consulate.
Especially if they need help. I think one of the main things that they should seek the help from is, for example, to register maybe the patent or the trademark, for example, to get recommendations of companies, of partners, right? This is the role of the consulate.
Yes, that's the role of the consulate, and also the embassy, because at the embassy also we have a department that covers that also.
Exactly. I know, because many of our clients, they always say, oh, I am in contact with the embassy to learn more about the country, how I can register my trademark, how I can find the distributors for my brands.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, I would like to thank you so much for your time. I know that you are very busy and you are going to take the flight today.
A long flight, yes, long flight.
So if you have anything to add, please feel free to do so.
No, I think I was writing a certain document like for the opportunity that we have in Malawi and also in Africa. So maybe in our next event, maybe I can share that document so that maybe you can share with everybody. But thank you so much once again, Dr. Renata, for this opportunity. I hope to see you soon in China. Maybe you'll be going back to China soon. So I hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, same here. I think there is a lot to discuss also in terms of investments and opportunities in Malawi and in Africa as a whole. And I am very excited also to, I've been working with different governments and in talks with you, also learning more about Malawi, about opportunities in Africa. And I am a believer that Africa is really going to be the next booming market. And
it is already a booming market. It is already a booming market.
Exactly. And I really suggest to many companies to consider the African market as a top one priority for their business development across different industries, right? To leverage from this growth and all of the potentialities.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Nat.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We'll talk again. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.